From an odd-shaped Bergen, with a little bit of expert assembly, in just a few moments you have HVMSL, High Velocity Missile Shoulder Launched.
Target.
Better known perhaps as one variant of the Starstreak missile system.
Track! Firing! 1 times, enemy target destroyed.
This system, and variants borne by vehicles and tripods, are heading for Poland, along with the revolutionary and brand new Sky Sabre system.
This is a defensive deployment. This is purely an agreement with the Polish government and the UK government to show the government's support to Poland and to support them and assist them in providing defensive ground-based air defence cover.
The systems will be accompanied by around 140 soldiers. Already there, having deployed last week, HVMSP, the high-velocity missile carried on the Stormer vehicle. 5.5 kilometres max range with 8 missiles ready to fire and 9 replacements. Designed for defence against low-level attack aircraft and helicopters, and great for moving about.
On the battlefield we can go pretty much anywhere as long as the vehicle is able to get to that location. It's easy to drive, easy to command and easy to set up, and it takes about, if you've got a decent crew, about a minute to employ the weapon system.
And you've got a decent crew?
Yes, always. It's down to me to train them.
And this is the simulator of what the Stormer is like inside. And very kindly, I'm being allowed to have a go. So, this is what I do. There's a target there. I press a button here. That target is now identified. I move my joystick around, get it in position, press again, and now I'm locked onto that target. But I need to find out whether this target is friendly or foe, so I use an IFF check, press that button down. That means the systems are identifying the target I'm about to destroy. It is something I can go for. So, system on, and then I have a very short amount of time by which to destroy that target. Once I flick this up, and there we go. The missiles are launched, and the target is destroyed.
The Stormer system is an interim measure until Sky Sabre gets there. Only officially unveiled a few weeks ago as a replacement to the 50-year-old Rapier system, it's as good as it gets. 16th Regiment Royal Artillery operate it. Their commanding officer, Major John Axel, explained Sky Sabre's capabilities.
You have the intelligence part of it, which is the control node. That is the Surface-to-Air Missile Operations Centre. You have the sensor, which is the radar. That is a GM radar, able to detect out to 120 kilometres. In an ideal world, we would not want to turn that on because that potentially would give our position away. And you then have the launcher, which you can see directly behind me here, which fires 8 CAM missiles. That missile is phenomenal. The agility that it provides, being able to hit a tennis ball sized target travelling at the speed of sound.
But the kit is only as good as the operators, and I quickly showed that that shouldn't be me.
Then you're ready to fire. And then you can then use this here to guide your missile to move the range.
It's very heavy. It's so difficult to manoeuvre, isn't it, initially? And you can see why people would need 800 goes on this before they are at a stage where they're going to do it for real.
Letting reporters have a go might seem a bit flippant, but it's important. It highlights the immense level of skill and training involved and the expertise accrued during hours and hours working with this kit and the confidence that builds in the departing personnel.
I think the morale at the moment is pretty high amongst all the troops and all that. At the moment, it's a kind of going into the unknown as well. It's a little bit of nerves kicking in for some people, but I think altogether we're all very excited and very well trained.
I'm feeling good about it, like being surrounded by everyone else within like my troop. Like morale's high. We're all like dealing with it all together, so morale is high.
Worth of weapons from U.S. stocks to Ukraine on 26th of February, as it struggles to repulse a Russian invasion. And the jack of all trades in those is the Javelin anti-tank missiles, which are meant to take down against Russian T-72 beasts. According to General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in a Facebook post on Tuesday, said the Ukrainian army destroyed or damaged 29 helicopters, 28 aircraft, 198 Russian tanks, and 846 armored fighting vehicles. And majority of tanks were destroyed by this fire and forget anti-tank missile, the FGM-148 Javelin. This uses automatic infrared guidance instead of wire-guided systems, which adds the precision required for 100% accuracy. And Russian reactive armor or Javelin shields won't stand up to a Javelin missile, because reactive armor is meant to block shaped charges, but it can't keep all of the projectile from piercing the top turret armor. Because the tops of Russian tank turrets, as on most other tanks, are much thinner than other areas of the tank. So even though the explosive reactive armor may stop some of a Javelin's penetrating blast, but it won't stop all of it. Russian T-72 and T-64 tanks store their ammo underneath the turrets. So when an armor-piercing round like the Javelin ignites the stored ammo, the turret will go flying. And mind you, don't underestimate the efficacy of these launchers, because they have a range of up to 4,000 meters, scoring greater than 94% reliability rate, and demonstrate Javelin's capability to engage targets from increased standoff distances on various platforms. And soft launch capability of the Javelin allows it to have only a minimal backblast area. This enables the Javelin to be fired from inside structures with minimal preparation. This makes it rarely or never miss its target. And Ukraine receiving this defensive weapons may make Ukrainians resist tanks and target aerial vehicles to reduce at least civilian casualties. Because on one hand this weapon makes one grab their pants, and on the other, it makes someone to dance. If you don't know, then now you know.